Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab. And in this video, we're going to go over a baseball hitting drill that we're going to use with one of my little leaguers, Braden. We're going to talk about three things in his swing. We have a before and after. Before is over here. That was shot the summer of 2013, and the after was just shot recently, November 2nd of the same year. We had a little bit of a break in between, so this after shot is, we worked together in the before once, and then we had a break, and then this is about 4 lessons in. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about his consistency as he picks his foot up and floats, then he falls, and then he gets into his fight position or his landing position. We're going to talk about how his spinal alignment's gotten better to get the ball in the air, and then we're going to talk about the future baseball hitting drill cleanup that we're going to do with this. So first things first, I synced his swings together. So what we're going to see is once he picks his foot up, you're going to see a big difference in fall. Now in the first one, Braden, he tends to pick it, he kind of picks the foot up but doesn't leave the ground and shifts his hips forward, which you see more of like a pool holes type of thing. I like my guys, especially when they're not 250 pounds, I like my guys to actually move that foot forward a little bit instead of just leaving it on the ground. So what you see that a little bit better. The one thing I want to see is I want to see him open this leg up. As you can see, his leg, his toes already closed before it's hitting the ground, which is closing his knee, which is closing his hip. Now by the time his heel hits the ground, he needs to be open. Everything, his toe needs to be 45, his knee needs to be open, which is going to help his hips open. And what he's fighting to do here, which you can't see in this view, but he's trying to show his numbers, and because he's closing this off, his front side, it's causing him to have to open up, kind of pull his front shoulder out to make room for his hip and shoulders to both come through at the same time. Now we want to make sure that that hip's open first, and then that creates that springy action within our body to propel the swing. Now that's what we're going to end up cleaning up a little later. But his consistency with this float, fall, and fight position is what we're working on right now with him. Next thing, spinal alignment. At contact, as you're going to see, he's a little bit better with his angle, where here he's more straight up and down, as you can see with his spine and head, versus here we're kind of more at an angle with that front side, which is going to allow him to get the ball in the air a little bit better. So Braden, nice work there. We're also getting some good forward momentum. We just need to clean up that part, which brings me to the baseball hitting drill that we're going to be doing. So Braden, I want you to break your swing apart again like we talked about. You're going to, from your float, fall, and fight, I want you to clean up your fight position to where every time you land, I don't like this knee closing as you're falling forward. So just open it up. So where the toes closed here, I want you to open that thing up as you fall forward. So once we land, I want to make sure we got the front toe 45 like you have here. That'll keep the knee open, and the hip. Start that right when your foot comes off the ground, and I want to make sure that your barrel stays by your head about this way when we land. So once you land, you're there. You're showing your numbers, and you got 3 points open. Other than that, looking okay. I will see you in the next one, brother.